Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Smith takes the handoff. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And a sack all the way back to the 5. Punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Touchdown Tigers! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Yeah, this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet. But this offense is still in identity mode.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Cantrell. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Commodores line up to punt it away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Auburn's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They'll go with the 5 wide outset on 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll try the run. And he launches in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Soft spot in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Commodores in the hurry-up. Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. 4 wideouts set 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Here's the handoff. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take it?
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. play of the period will be a second down. Off the play fake. That's caught. It's Smith. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen, but the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
They boot it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown Doors.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Got a man, it's Williams. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wibbles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
They're working that left side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Got it, looking for a first. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Tiger. He got a step and just dusted the field.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Commodores want to pick up the tempo.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Commodores send out the punt unit. Wants to bring it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Smith. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. The quarterback. More on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man. And they'll... the first down and mark it at the 47. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He'll pull it down and run.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The offense changing the play. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds his man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Auburn lines up quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Bishop. They'll immediately call timeout.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced than a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's complete. Touchdown, Auburn! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll just play it safe with the one right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. And the Commodores will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. So here comes the Auburn offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Starting this third quarter on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your...
Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they are finding some space. Defense, he's got it down to the 25. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Let's go. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and...
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Evanson. Wide out, trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run the screen. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is 3rd down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The Commodores backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5. Halfway there on 1st first down. It's 2nd and 5.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
At the 15, he's loose. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Commodores come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Avoids pressure. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Evanson. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Caught near the sticks. It's Turner. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's got him. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
That's caught. It's Bishop. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Now, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This should be the last play of the quarter. Handoff from the gun. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The short hands, it's Brown. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Punt is on its way. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Reads it, fires complete. Still running at the 40. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Power football with the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. First snap in the red zone on this drive. They're going to ride this running back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff to the single running back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Trying to barrel in. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Commodores will call on their punt team. He's got it. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in
Turning it on! He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. The give and tick, 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 tick. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Here's the give off the left side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'll be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So here comes the Auburn offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Evanson. He'll take a shot. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Nah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting, keep throwing the football, try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Evanson. Going for it all. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute... blowout.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, but made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of...